Hello, welcome to my live psychic tarot reading on the Kardashians and the Keeping Up with the Kardashians crew. All right. Thank you for listening and watching. If you would like your own personal reading from me, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for readings. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. And remember, if you would like your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Hey, Ty. Hey, Tawanda. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you guys also hit the like button. I love your likes. And I have a few questions about the Kardashians. As I said, we're doing a psychic tarot reading here. I want to know, what's the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? Are you guys fans? I actually love it. It was one of my favorite TV shows in college, I have to be honest. I graduated 3 years ago now. I want to know the relationship of the sisters. So with this reading, I'm focusing on Kim Kardashian, Khloé Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, and Kris Jenner. Also Rob Kardashian as well. So I want to know the relationships with the sisters, with the brothers, with the family, right? I want to know about their empire. What's the future of the Kardashian empire, all right? And lastly, I want to know what's their relationship to Rob. We know Rob's going through a few things. So, all right, let's get into it. Remember, if you would like your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Hey, Nadia. Hey, Bree. I want to know, what is the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? I don't know why my camera is so close all of a sudden. It's really weird. What's the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? Hey, Siobhan. Happy Friday, everybody. What's the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbors playing their music. It's actually quite funny. They've been getting quite lit lately, so I don't know what's going on over there. What's the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? What's the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? Last shuffle. What's the future of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show? All right, we get the 6 of coins. So I feel like they're signed on for like a couple more seasons. Like, I feel like 2024 is the immediate number that comes to me. 2022, 2024, something along those lines is when they're like, I feel like their contract is extended to, or something like that, or it's extended. We're going to see a few more seasons of them. The Sage of Coins. So I do feel like there's something about the Kardashians where it is a money maker. But I do feel like at the same time, there's something about the Kardashian, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where it's no longer growing in the same circumstances, in the same soil, with the same, amount of nutrients, with the same amount of, benefits that it once was before. I feel like the Kardashians has to kind of morph into something new these next few years to keep people's attention with the Sage of Coins coming out, and to keep the money coming in, the sponsors, things like that. I get the Guide of Coins. So Keeping Up with the Kardashians, obviously, it's all about money. Like, it brings the money in not only for the family, but for the ETV, news network situation as well. The Kardashians about to milk them kids now for them. Oh, I forgot they had kids as well. I'm getting 2 of coins. You guys, I'm getting nothing but coins cards, nothing but money cards. The Kardashians is a huge money maker. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a huge, huge money maker. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up having, like, going on past 2022, 2024. There's something about it where they've managed to get the flow. They've managed to get the formula where it's reality, but also a sitcom kind of formula. And I feel like it's mainly how they've learned to kind of milk the reality situation. Cameras always around the place, situation, and also editing. I feel like the Kardashians or Kris Jenner, and I think they do, because I've seen, editing credits on their TV show. I think they have a hand in editing. So there's something where they've gotten the formula down with the Kardashians TV show. And it's allowed them to kind of, stay on top, but also experiment a bit with, adding a dash of this to the formula, taking a bit of this away. So I feel like, they're pretty set in stone with their future and the success of their future and the people, still loving them and watching their TV show. The Jenner girls aren't that bad, but the Kardashian girls are effing loony. They definitely know how to get that shmoney. Exactly. Kylie out here sunning on the whole fam. She's making more than all of them combined. Yes, exactly. Hey, Nick. I get the magician. So I feel like one of the girls is going to end up either dating some new famous man, famous guy. It could be a basketball player. I don't know, child. But it's someone famous. One of the girls is going to snatch up another famous person. Or someone famous is going to join the Kardashian family in some way. I don't know what this means, but someone famous is going to make an appearance on the Kardashian show connected to the Kardashian family. It could also be a designer, something like that. But it's going to be like not a one-time thing. It's like, I don't know if this person starts dating one of the Kardashian girls or, Kris Jenner child, but or if they kind of have an agreement where it's like, okay, well, you can design our clothes and you can pop up every now and then, and be a part of our show. And that's our, agreement, something like that. I feel like there's something about this show where it's going to tackle grief in some way pretty soon, or there's going to be something that happens in real life that they're going to have to address on the TV show. And it feels kind of grim. It feels kind of like a trying time, a trying moment. But also it's a moment that connects them all. I feel like these girls are really good, and Kris Jenner as well are really good at drumming up drama to get, people to watch the show, but also to get content for the show. So I feel like there's also something about them where they're good at impromptu as well. So I feel like, I don't know, there's something about where the Kardashians are going to kind of go back to their core eventually of that kind of impromptu reality silliness that the Kardashian TV show once was. So I feel like there's something about where it's morphing into something new, but it's also taking elements of the past to keep people watching. I feel like there's something about it where there's a sitcom element, to the Kardashian show. If there isn't already, I have to be honest, I haven't watched it in a while, probably since I was in college. But there's something about a sitcom. I don't know if a sitcom is spawned from the show or like if the show takes on a more sitcom element. All right. Which I feel like in the past was kind of also something that was there. There was like a sitcom element to it in the past, I thought. So I feel like maybe that's something where they're going back to the past. I feel like there could also be a gay element. Do they have like a gay cousin or something like that? But I feel like they're going to show more gay energy in the show. Because they're just going to want to become more worldly, more global, more, the people, all types of people. We connect with everyone, that kind of energy. So that's what I feel about the Kardashians. All right. So my next question is, I want to know what's going on. What's their relationships with each other, specifically the sisters? I want to know the relationship with the sisters. Hey, Zuri. Oh, Kendall is dating an NBA player or fashion designer. Oh, okay. I don't really keep up with him. People think Kendall is the lesbian. Oh. All right, well, what are the relationships with the sisters? What are the relationships between Kendall, Kylie, Kourtney, Kim, and Khloé? Hi, Nico. I don't catch live all the time, but I love your channel. Thank you so much. They're exploiting their kids, and one of the Jenner Kardashian going to come out as gay or lesbian. Ooh, child. I could see Kourtney being bi. I'm not going to lie. I could see Kourtney being bi. What are the relationships between the sisters? Kourtney, Khloé, Kim, Kendall, and Kylie. What are the true relationships between the sisters Kim, Kourtney, Khloé, Kylie, and Kendall? All right, what are the relationships between the sisters? Let's see. I get the Three of Swords, so I'm not sure they talk all the time. I'm not sure they talk all the time. I feel like there's also a group of them, there's three of them that are closer to each other than any of them are. Like, I feel like there's three of them when they get together, it's like they can really kiki, cackle, and be themselves. I feel like it's also the most like unassuming people. Like maybe Kylie, Kourtney, and Khloé. Like when they're together, they're just like a hot mess behind the scenes. Something like that. Here we get the Youth of Coins here. I feel like three of them are also obsessed with going to the gym. Kourtney, Khloé, and one other. Like I feel like each of them, a group of them bond over something. Like whether Kourtney, Kim, Khloé, whatever, all bond over makeup. Like over here, Kendall, and Kourtney bond over, I don't know, going to the gym, or like they each bond over something. Like and they all have their own kind of group, like, Kourtney, Kim, and, Khloé over here, Kylie and Khloé over here, like Kendall and Kourtney over there, like, it's interesting. But I feel like they're all about making money together, but they're very particular about what they choose to do when it comes to money with each other, as well. I do feel like they bicker and fight a lot behind the scenes over just petty stuff. But I feel like at the end of the day, they are still sisters. They do still love each other, even though they may work each other's nerves. It's interesting because I feel like there's one sister that everyone kind of talks about behind her back. I don't think I'm going to say who. But, you guys take your guesses. I feel like there's one sister that everyone's kind of like, people, they throw slight shade at her. Read my mind. I know you guys know who it is. It's not Kourtney. I think maybe one of you weren't off about one of the sisters being like bi or gay or part of the LGBT community. I think one of you were right about that, and I think one of them could be accepting that. All right. To be honest, I think they all talk about each other behind their backs, but I think there's one sister in particular where everyone kind of like, did you see what so-and-so posted today? Oh my gosh, like she thinks she's this, she's that. Oh my gosh, you know how they are. I think they always try to one-up each other. I think there's something about Kourtney, though, as well, or maybe it's all the sisters, but Kourtney, ironically, and Khloé the most, not Kim, who, like, worry a lot about aging or, like, have this kind of complex where they want to be young forever. I feel like with Kim, it's not really about being young forever. It's just being beautiful forever. That's really what she just cares about, is just being beautiful. I feel like the two other Kardashian sisters, though, worry about aging and being young, staying fit. But I feel like overall, like they're pretty close with each other, individually, in a group sense as well. But there's something about Kylie where she feels very separate from her sisters. All right. I'll say that. That's all I'll say on that. So let's look at the Empire as our second question. Okay, so my next question is, what is next for the Kardashian Empire? Outside of the show, they used to sell, these products, and they used to endorse all this type of stuff. So I want to know what's in store for the Kardashian Empire. What's next for the Kardashian Empire? Hey, Caster. Hi, James. How are you? Yeah, we're doing Rob last. I want to know what is next for the Kardashian Empire. James, did you get my email? I haven't checked my emails. Actually, let me just click over to it right now. Okay. So, what's next for the Kardashian Empire? What's next for the Kardashian Empire? The intuitive card here in the past position. Hey, honey, how are you? The Two of Coins. There's something about the Kardashian Empire where it doesn't bring in the pull that it once did. I feel like the sisters are getting older, and there's something about Kendall and Kylie where they aren't willing to put themselves out there as much as Kourtney, Khloé, and Kim did when they were younger or their age. All right. I get the Justice card here. There's something about where the Kardashians either need to or will start to connect more to the common people. They'll start to connect more to people who watch their show, the everyday people, the everyday person. That's going to start to be their bread and butter. It's no more about people who want to look like them, people who want to be like them. It's more, hey, we go through things through as well, like that kind of energy. Hey, we're just like you. I get the Chariot here. Something tells me they're going to get into like real estate or property or something like that. I don't know if they're already into that. I get the Ace of Cups, so I feel like they're also going to do something with production, whether they form their own production company. I don't know if they have their own production company or something like that, but I feel like they're going to start producing things, like producing movies, maybe producing their own kind of documentaries, their own kind of spin-off things. But I feel like there's something about them where they're going to have their own kind of chunk of something else, whether like E gives them their own channel, their own side channel, their own YouTube. I don't know, something like that. It's like they have their own branch of something that's a bigger conglomerate. And I feel like there's something where there's a family element, and once again, going back to their roots where, hey, we fight, we go through things, I feel like the show is gonna start to, especially as the kids get older. What are the kids' names again, you guys? What is the baby's name? North. I don't know the other one's name. And then Penelope, what is the Mason, especially Mason, because Mason's the oldest, right? As in the youngest, but he's the oldest. I feel like once the young kids can start getting into sports and things, and they have to start taking them to their taekwondo classes and those types of things. Whether that means the kids will be in middle school, elementary school, high school, something like that, they're going to start to focus more on the kids. And it's going to be about taking the kids to practice, taking the kids to this. Oh my gosh, did you see Penelope do this? Oh my gosh, Penelope and North, are feuding because Penelope took, North's jacket the other day. And then the next thing it turns into, Kourtney and Kim. Oh my God, Kim, give me Penelope's jacket. You know how they are. It just becomes a big thing, but people are going to love it. But I feel like there's something real that they're going to go through behind the scenes that's really going to tie this together and make it like a true thing. I feel like at first, whenever this campaign is where they're trying to be more common and more relatable, it's a little phony at first, but then there's something happens where it makes it okay. We really went through this. You saw we just went through this situation, give us a break, give us a bone, something like that, so it makes them definitely more common, whatever the situation is that happens. And then I see like a rebranding once again. I feel like there's something about the Kardashians where it is going to morph into the kids. Oh yeah, I forgot Khloé also had a little baby too. Hey, Star. Oh yeah, Kylie has kids. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Well, all the kids except Kendall has kids. That's crazy. All right, my last question is, what are the sisters and the mother's relationship to Rob? Who's Tristan? All right, what are the sisters and mother's relationship to Rob? Remember, if you want your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for readings. What are the sisters' relationship to Rob and the mother? Oh, is Tristan the guy that Khloé's dating right now? I thought they broke up or something like that. I don't remember. Kylie Jenner got business in her blood, just like her mom, Kris. Exactly. Kris Jenner and Kendall Jenner are really sweet girls. The Jenner girls just humble and down to earth. I agree. All right, last shuffle. What are the sisters' relationships to Rob? Wow, it's funny. The media is focusing on Jordan now. Who's Jordan? Oh my God, I don't know any of these people. Oh my Lord. I haven't been watching the Kardashian TV show. Here we have the Two of Coins in the past. I feel like there's something about Rob where he isolates himself. He isolates himself. He's an isolator. What's his sign, you guys? But the son, I do feel like Rob is working on his relationship with his sisters and his mother. I feel like more so his mother, and I feel like there's specific sisters that he's working there. I want to say Khloé for sure. Khloé for sure. Kylie and Kendall. I don't really see Kourtney or Kim. I feel like Kourtney and Kim are the ones that grate him the most in terms of the sisters. I get the 5 of Coins here in the future position. The 3 of Wands. I do feel like there's something about Rob where he gets along really well with the grandchildren in terms of Grandma Kris. He gets along with his nieces and nephews really well. I feel like that is the thing that pulls him, pulls him in with the sisters, is how good he is with the kids. And how much the kids love him too, actually, as well. I feel like there's something about the kids where they love Uncle Rob. So I feel like Rob, there's actually something where you would actually do really well in business with kid energy. Now that you have, I think Baby Dream is her name. So I think I don't know how you would make it happen. Talk to Kris Jenner, but there's something about kid energy where I think it would be well for you in business. Okay, but I think Rob is still trying to find his way, especially now as a dad. And there's something now where I think he's on common ground with his sisters. I feel like there's something about Rob where he never felt like he was either good enough to his sisters or that he was on common ground with his sisters in terms of their success and, blah, blah, blah. But there's something about Rob where now that he has Dream and now that all the sisters except Kendall have kids, he feels more like on common ground with them. He feels more like now he can stand up to them and say, how he really feels. Almost like having a kid, and don't take this the wrong way, having a kid because he felt like he hadn't had any success in any other area of his life made him a man because of the fact that he didn't have any other success in his life. There's a couple things that make you a man, quote unquote. Having a child, now it doesn't necessarily make you a man, but it forces you to be a man. And having a business, all right, and being on your own. These are three things that will either force you to be a man or that will, if they, successfully, force you, you become a man. You know what I'm saying? These are three things that will be the catalyst of you being a man. Having a child, having your own business, being on your own. All right. Now let's keep it real. Rob has never been on his own. He's lived with Kourtney, or he's lived with Khloé. He's lived with his mom. He's probably lived with all the sisters. Does Rob own his own business? I think he owned his own sock company, but was he serious about it? Was he out there, doing what he needed to do to make sure it was successful? I'm not sure about that. Whenever I went into Nordstrom's, I don't remember seeing his socks. No shade, no tea. Third, all right, he had a kid. All right, one thing that forced him to grow up. Now he's still trying to find his way in the two other lanes, I feel. Which I feel like because he didn't have all three in the past, the sisters were easily able, well, you don't have a job, you don't have a business, you don't have kids, you don't understand, you're not a man. You know how they can be, you guys. Let's just keep it real. But there is something about Rob where he is working on his relationship with his sisters. I feel like there's a lot with Rob as well where he didn't get to explore certain things with himself as a young adult that he should have been able to help him discover himself. Now take that for what you will. I feel like there's something about the sisters, the mother, the loss of the father that always kind of forced him to live up to some ideal, forced him to live up to some pedestal, and be something he wasn't. So Rob is at a place where, and he was in a place for a while where he didn't know who he was. And I feel like he kind of still doesn't know who he is, but he's kind of getting there slowly to figuring out who he is. He has a long way to go. I feel like within 5 years, Rob will have transformed. By 2024, 2025, I feel like Rob would have transformed and become a much better man and will have a way better relationship with his sisters. I see him actually going into business with his sisters down the line. And I think the mother is going to be Kris is going to be so happy. Like, I feel like we're going to see her crying about it, where, oh my gosh, I'm so happy he's better. That's my boy, But I think with Rob, it's about maintaining that energy and the sisters having to relearn how to, have a relationship with him as he goes through his transformations. All right. And not being hard on him. Jordan is Kylie Jenner's girlfriend. I thought Kylie was with Travis. This is why I can't keep up with anything. But this has been the Kardashian reading. Yes, thank you guys. Follow me on my Instagram. This has been the Kardashian psychic reading. Thank you all for being here. This was a really in-depth tea, honey. All right, a tea-filled reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. And we will talk in the next live. Remember, if you want your own personal reading from me, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. All right, I am available for readings, honey. Okay, and yes, that's my handwriting. And I will catch you guys in the next live. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. Also, please make sure that you like the video. All right. And I will catch you guys in the next live. Happy Friday, happy day, whatever day you're watching this. And I'll catch you in the next one.